Hey gang, we're back. So I just to recap, I'm pretty sure the only thing left to do that I can do is get Galerius elected, and then he'll free Duli, and Duli will give me his key that goes somewhere in the aqueducts, and also the plaque that I can finally put up there and get into the Temple of Pluto or Hades or whatever else his name is. But I think for now we're just waiting. I think for now we're just waiting. What is she pointing at? I can't go that way. I can't go that way. Damn it. I'm stuck? Okay, I'm not stuck. I forgot getting stuck is a real possibility. I don't know why they act like there's just like no escape at all. It looks like they haven't really tried. You could climb all around these rocks. You could climb all around. Do tricks? Who's that? I should probably just until the election starts, I guess I should just explore and make sure there's nothing I can do that I haven't missed. Like climbing vines or something. This door, which is still locked, obviously. It's probably an exit. Got the plaque to do here. And then I don't know what else. I think that's it. We gotta save Scintilla, of course. We're going to. We're gonna oust Sentius, because apparently Sentius wants us all to stay here forever. He loves his little perfect community. I don't think there's much else to do. I think that's it. I think it seems like we're almost done. I just gotta wait. I just gotta wait for the time to get here. Is there like a secret down here somewhere that needed the bow? Chest. That's pretty nice. It doesn't look like there's anything to do with the bow here. Okay, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I've like fully explored everything. Maybe I should go talk to the guy in the cave, since I'm just hanging around for a while. I feel like we still got a lot of daylight. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did, when I launched the game and loaded in, I did just hang around for several minutes, waiting for time to pass, so we shouldn't be like super far off, I think.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings, Georgius.
Salve.
Georgius. Georgius. Greetings, Georgius. Is this the temple? This is the temple. And I like having the the bow out and getting like free night vision for no reason. Alright, Diogenes, I'm here. I thought that was a big pine cone or pile poop.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome, welcome.
You first.
It is best you do not know my name, for merely to speak of my existence in the city above. Tell me.
Looking for a plaque that was removed by the
yes,
obvious
that
obelisk.
Cursed thing.
Obelisk.
I know exactly where it is. I will tell you everything I know, but first,
no.
the one thing I long for, let us
I have to
find
do a
out.
whole philosophical.
Now, with
I'll
a
pass.
shame.
I'll pass. This guy's useless to me. And I could kill him. I super duper would. Oh. Which means in these fish must have helped the old man compensate for the lack of sunlight. I would kill him. If I didn't suspect that this might be like the last go round, so I don't want to kill him because he might be dead permanently. But otherwise he'd be a goner because apparently Hades does not know we're down here. Shouldn't I still have the key to that door?
Ah, you've returned.
I think I still should have the key to that door. But I don't. Okay, let's get out of here. This was a mistake to come down here. There's no reason to come down here. The only reason to go down that path is to get the plaques, and the plaques stayed. Weirdly. Seems like a little bit of an oversight, but whatever. Whatever. I'm stuck. Oh. I'm not stuck. There's nothing in the baths, right? The assassin's dead, so I can come through here. Yeah, I don't see any vines or anything, so I think this is kind of useless. Alright, we're out. We're out. It's gotta be almost time. I really don't think there's anything else I can do except just wait for the election to take place. Everything's all set up. Everybody loves Galerius. Malleolus withdrew. Galerius is fine with running. Galerius hates Sentius because it turns out he's evil. I guess it wears off after a while because I definitely shot these vines before. We're gonna save Scintilla. Just gotta wait. Just gotta keep hanging around. It's just getting darker. It is getting darker. But it's not quite there yet. I fucking hate scroll wheel. I hate the scroll wheel. It never works right.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
I hate Ulpius. I hate Ulpius too. He's so annoying. Galerius
They
is
just
cool.
love springtime. Salve again, Oh, and I'm in the running for magistrate. Feeling kind of nervous now. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Okay, alright.
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Centilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out.
Oh.
If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
Okay,
Alright, friend.
well, let's talk to
Hope you
Ulpius.
find a way to break that cycle you're...
Unless it just resolved itself just now. Oh, shit. It might have. Where would that be? Vanishing Act. Figure out what happened to Zadilla. Oh, okay. So it just, like, got added and then immediately taken off. Yeah. I don't know why this one is still on Georgius, because we know exactly where the plaque is. It's with Duli. There really ain't nothing else to do.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Shalom, friend.
Who are you gonna vote
Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote for...
for? Would you consider voting for Galerius? Oh shit, I probably need to go around and do all this.
Galerius, the farmer. He's a good man, but I think he's more valuable on the farm than as magistrate.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because Sentius stole your girlfriend and trapped her in an aqueduct, so...
I don't. But even if I did... Alright, friend.
Piece of shit. I saved your life. Galerius saved your life. You're not gonna vote for him? Alright, I gotta find other people. Aurelia?
Ah, you're here. And, I hope I'm not being... There's a
Oh my
light
gosh.
in your eyes I've...
Waste your breath.
How dare you?
Oh shit,
away
she's not
from
gonna
me,
talk to
you
me at
pig.
all.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock. Sturkus! Sturkus!
Sturkus. Sturkus. Livia?
You, Sisyphus, just as the ocean
Oh my gosh, I didn't talk to you?
sank. Then he and friend.
Okay, she's not gonna vote for him. Oh right, women can't vote. I forgot. It is getting dark. It is getting dark. I'm running out of time. I didn't realize I had to talk to people to convince them. I gotta go to the the market area. What is that called? The forum? I'm just pulling words out of my ass. I don't know what forum means. Oh, maybe Domitius will vote for Galerius since he hates Sentius so much.
What now?
Who are you gonna vote for? I'm not going.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, that's... I guess... At least there's not a vote for Sentius. Oh, Georgie, he'll vote for Galerius.
You look well, my son. Hey, my friend. Have you discovered anything?
Totally forgot about that.
Truly, my imagination runs wild. But if what you say is true, I will have
Why are
to
you
satisfy
whispering?
myself with being dissatisfied.
Oh, yours is so
Should I stop
cool.
my offerings, though? Is there any danger?
Should keep
Very
leading
well.
them.
I will trust your judgment, my friend.
Now, was there something you wanted?
Who are you gonna vote for?
Galerius.
Yay!
He saved the life of my young friend Fabia. The man is a hero. But of course,
That is
I hope
damn
that our-
right he's a hero. Damn straight he's a hero. What about you, Virgil?
I stare at the great. Ah, a new face. Salve. I hear we have you to thank for saving.
No, it was Galerius. You
Galerius. Definitely. He put an end to the notes and graffiti I've been receiving.
okay? So we are doing the right thing. Like
Nice to talk.
having Galerius go around and helping everybody is what we was supposed
Whatever's
to do.
in that great. Hello there. Well, I'll take your word for it. But perhaps you'd be interested in selling it to me.
No, it's not
well,
for sale.
let me know if you change your mind. Centius, I suppose.
No,
Yeah? And what's he gonna do for me? He's nothing.
that's not true. Would a gift change your mind?
Certainly. For a few thousand denarii.
Oh, well then, yeah. Yeah, bribery's fine.
Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else?
He's not shocked at all that I
Very
could give
well.
him,
Another
that
time.
I would give him 3,000 denarii just to vote for Galerius. Duli, who are you gonna vote for?
That's quite an impressive bow
Hello.
you have there. Just like Diana's.
Oh, he's not gonna vote.
Bye-bye.
Ave.
What's the
It
status
must
of
be
the election?
completed by It'll be between Sentius. Why do you...
Oh, we could start early. Fucking duh. I think I've seen this before.
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk.
My patience? Is that a good enough reason? I just want to get it over and done
I
with.
wouldn't describe impatience as a good reason.
Is there going to be conflict between the voters?
Yes. I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. Very well.
Okay, I feel like I've got enough votes. Like, yeah, there's got to be enough votes. I want to talk to Rufius, though. He's probably going to be busy the whole time as soon as she announces the election starting. You're not a voter.
Citizens, it is time.
I'm worried about having started it early. There was no pressure at all to start it early, and I told her to, and now I regret it. Oh, Horatius or whatever his name is. Wait, you said you weren't going. East, you liar. You bastard. Maybe he's just watching. Wait, I'm lost. I gotta follow these guys. Rufus! Rufius! Rufus! Where is Rufus? Is that his name? Rufius? Maybe he never comes. Surely he comes. I gotta stop him before he, like, takes his position. I don't think it matters. So we got, like, 3 votes here. The 2 soldiers are just not showing up. What the fuck? Where did we come from? Here? Damn it! Oh, they are actually not coming. They're just sitting out. Weird. Why did they come this way? Rufus! Please, 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 no! No, you gotta vote for Galerius, please! I guess he probably will, since Galerius gave him the medicine. But even if he doesn't, there's 1, obviously, for Sentius.
Citizens,
2.
we have a
If he
correct
doesn't, it's
body
gonna
of
be a
voters
tie.
gathered here to elect the
How do they
city's
handle
magistrate.
ties?
The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name,
I'll oversee
call
the
your
proceedings.
vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Galerius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
That's
Ulpius.
right, that's right.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
What?
Rufius.
You said you were gonna vote for Sentius.
Treated my rheumatism.
Okay, well it's a landslide.
Citizens, you have made your decision.
You're done, Sentius.
Your new magistrate is
You're done.
Gallus Galerius Helver.
He's gonna immediately sin.
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
Oh yeah, do it.
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Duli is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Just like that. Just like that. What do you gotta say about that, Sentius? Uh-oh, he's furious.
We're finally alone. I assume
He doesn't care.
a curious. I see. We're all now. We have. Wait, is that? Look, it's unfortunate now.
He just doesn't even recognize. Oh, there's that.
Nothing really. It won't be long before the golden rule. I dare say it won't affect me in the slightest.
Oh man, he's kind of chill. He's kind of chill
Thank
about it. All right, Duli. First order of business. Well, maybe I'll talk to Galerius.
I will. I
Alve.
will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to
I'm
stay
gonna
and chat,
start
but I've got
stealing
a lot of work ahead of me.
instantly.
Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then
He just
I want you
gets
to
out
go
and
home.
punches Horatius in the face.
I'll speak with you soon, Duli.
Wait! No!
Hello? I'm Duli. Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer. Are you the newcomer?
Yes, that's me.
It is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure.
Yeah, give me that
My
key.
friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would. But then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious.
What was
He
it?
gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust.
All right, I'll help you.
Thank you. Here's the key.
Get to Upper Cistern is below the Great Temple. The entry must be around here somewhere. I know exactly where it is.
In the cisterns. Way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shining. Is it treasure?
Oh my gosh, I gotta grab the plaque. I gotta grab the plaque. He's gonna immediately steal something.
Just like Diana's.
And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody wants it anymore.
Fuck, Duli, no!
Just take it.
Don't take that! Duli, do not take that! Okay, I guess he's not gonna take it. He listened to me. Maybe I can talk to him? Nope. Is he actually just gonna stand there? He's bugged. Alright, whatever. Let's put the plaque in. Maybe he waits until you put the plaque in to steal it. Like, as soon as I put the plaque in, it'll be like, oh, the many shall pay for the sins of the one. Duli did this. All of you can blame Duli. I hate that guy.
Salve.
All right, slap that in there. Hades. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tell Sentius you suspect Duli. Ah shit, Duli! That is exactly what happened. I gotta take this zip line. Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm stuck. I'm stuck? Is she gonna kill me? I can't. Oh, she killed me. Oh fuck, that's so annoying. The zipline prompt just wouldn't show up. The zipline prompt just would not show up. How far does this set me back? Please don't set me back to the start of the episode.
Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Duli.
It's so lovely to see Duli out and about again.
Sentius was so fucking right about Duli. Yep, that's me. You're welcome.
You could have my friend, but
what was it? All right, I'll help you.
I hope you're coping.
Take two. Blink. Okay, let's fucking get out of here. I don't need to see the temple open up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I went the wrong way. Whoa, there was a better way to go, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. I Duli let her rip. Duli? Duli? What the fuck? Okay, there he goes.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, Sentius. Hoof it. She's waiting for you. I guess they just don't even shoot at Cynthius. Alright, this is it. Now I can go straight back to the temple, right? I should probably get him to do everything again anyway. Just because it's nice. Need you to take care of some things.
You look poor bird. Alright, let me...
Oh, tell Mal... Oh, cool, I could skip to this part too.
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
That one seemed like a bit of a stretch, that just a stranger coming out, kind of like sprinting out of a temple, and then just like blasting all this information at him, and he would just take it at face value that Malleolus is like...
Ixion turns.
Oh, right, I should help her too.
Just as...
Okay, so she's helped. Everybody's helped through Galerius. That's good enough. I guess I could tell Galerius that... Well, no, I don't think I even can. About the flower? Giving it to Equitia? I don't think I can even do that. Don't worry, Rufius. Help's coming. Oh, he's
believe
already...
a word they tell you.
Saved instantly. Wow, that's crazy. Galerius moves fast. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Did I get turned around? Oh, shit. Do I say all of them? Nurgle's the first one, right? We'll do them in chronological order. Or maybe I was only supposed to say Pluto. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't recognize his old names. Those are my dead names. I go by Pluto now, like the dog. Hee. Okay, let's do them in reverse order this time. Oh shit, okay, it's like, oh, I get it. So it really was just Pluto for the first one. This temple's a lot bigger on the inside, huh? How'd they do this? Nurdle. Oh my gosh, it's so... Oh, holy shit! Oh, no way. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, we're on a spaceship? Holy shit. Oh, there she is. That's Proserpina. There's Charon. And then I guess that's Hades. Or whatever name they want to go by.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You are unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
What's your story? What is this place?
It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago.
Man, there are so many questions.
That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric.
Oh, unlike the
You all
primates.
destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough, and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you, without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Whoa. That was a bombshell. Who are your
There
kin?
were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina.
Okay. Sure.
As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
How did you decide who comes
To ensure
here?
the wage was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Proserpina's along with it.
Damn. That sucks.
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place, in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning, and in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Interesting. Okay. So, the tokens, I realized that, the 2 he was talking about, he said only 2 are not accounted for, and that has to be, me and the guy that came before me that, like, hung himself because he gave up. Because he was just, like, trapped here, and he tried to do what I'm doing, but he gave up and died. But somehow he, like, hung himself in the present day, even though I'm trapped in the past completely, which I don't get. Maybe it makes sense. Time travel is just inherently confusing, so I don't know. Maybe it is possible for him to have gotten back, but then the portal still be open and available for me. I don't know.
Of course.
Or maybe he hung himself in the past and his body was just hanging there for, you know, like thousands of years. I don't know. I don't know. Should I ask the dumb one?
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
Why do you look and sound like a man? That's a good question.
My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind. In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords. Desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
Okay. May I see your true form?
No. Long ago, I swore to Proserpina that I would remain in this form for as long as we
he's a good
remained among your
husband.
kind. I must honor that.
You're a god?
It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Who's the woman on your left?
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal. Your gaze lingers too long.
Sorry.
That is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many faces and goes by many names. Kumutubal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman.
Seems like she's about to
We will
be
talk
out of a
more
job.
later. For now, ask your questions. As you wish.
Are you responsible for the golden rule?
That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate.
They built a city in less
Now
than a
this man
year
was unmarried,
without sin?
and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, two were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold, and when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the
That's
folly
horrible.
of all kind for eternity, as silent golden sentinels.
Man, that is hell. That is hell. So you're responsible for destroying all these lives?
I give your kind a second chance at life.
Oh, that's true. They
as
were
well as
already
ample
dead.
warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves.
Not everybody
And so you
disobeys.
ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it.
Oh, well, I don't need to ask this, but I guess
When
I
my
will.
kin departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. Consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
That's awesome. That's a cool origin for the Furies. What do you consider a sin?
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
Yeah, I suppose that is curious. Let's not pick a fight with him.
For you, perhaps.
Oh, and it is for you?
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
I'm not supposed to ask this.
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
Yeah, I wish I could have been, but it didn't give me an option.
Then what an odd question.
Yeah, I've seen some terrible things here.
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example?
Suicide, don't care about. Price gouging, yeah, that's probably bad. Debt bondage, probably. The experiments on the golden statues, that's pretty bad. But again, they're just like, I guess that's not real. Abduction. How about the lady that got abduction? Is that what it's talking about? Scintilla?
Abduction? You mean the magistrate
Yes,
imprisoning
that
his
is it.
daughter in the cistern, I take it. He did so because she sought to escape. A sin I take particularly seriously.
A sin can't. I mean, escaping can't be a sin.
Escaping, albeit brutishly, then I have to wipe out this entire city to
Well,
punish
is it a sin or not? Does it break your contest or not? I disagree with that, but I don't think it's in the way that the game is saying.
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No.
Now tell me, what other sins do you believe I have?
Well, the scam is the big one that got people stuck in. Price gouging is pretty bad, though. Let's say that.
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you? You wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for the medicine he needed if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Now tell me, what other sins?
I don't want to argue with him too much, I guess, because I don't want to scam.
Ah, the tavern keeper, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
You wouldn't want someone else to sell her hemlock if she thought she was buying a means of escape.
I disagree. Having watched that tavern keeper, that is precisely what you would expect.
He's just going to say that for
She
everything.
would view it as a game, one she intends to win.
Let's do the you're just speculating thing.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Doesn't it make it inherently subjective and unreliable?
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
You think you know? Well, how do you expect other humans to know the minds of man? They can't compare to you.
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
I don't think so.
Now,
I'm spineless. I'm spineless.
do you honestly think you could do better?
No, I guess not.
I should strike you down for that.
Draw a wooden bow. Draw a golden bow. Should I do this? What's the worst that could happen? I have to load the game? And if you did, you'd be proving my point. Let's just find reason, because I don't want to shoot him. His wife would be really sad.
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning? Very well.
What do you mean before my reckoning? That's all the questions I had.
Then now it is time for your reckoning.
I don't want to be reckoned.
Only, it seems something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist.
Oh, because
until
time
you
travel.
appeared in this city. How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
I'm from the future. Yes.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
Uh-oh, I said the wrong thing.
To be in this time, mortal. Who brought you here?
He cannot know.
I was hoping you could tell me. That's probably a better lie. Because coming here on my own, obviously that's not going to work. Humans can't time travel.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpina has slumbered for 3,000 years.
Shouldn't you know this?
Tread lightly, mortal.
Okay, sorry.
Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
They really want me to kill him. I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule. I don't. I just want to get out of here.
Selfish little creature. It is out of the question. You know far too much now, and would only corrupt the wager. You will remain here as my servant until the wager is won, or the golden rule is broken. It is not open for discussion.
Fuck.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here.
Shit.
So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
That's horrible. I don't think that's even true. That should have lie next to it. Golden Rule is corrupting this city and ensuring you'll never win the wager. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself? Yeah, he doesn't really seem any, like, better than us. Let's do this.
So? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up.
Oh, shit. Oh shit, he's already had an answer for half of these. Rufus?
He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one.
Maybe all of them?
True. I have witnessed him doing.
Okay, suddenly he doesn't have an answer for any of these, I guess.
I admit, I have grown disturbed watching her.
Malleolus has trapped people in debt bondage.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day. If you're right, my involvement has corrupted the very thing I sought to observe impartially. But if I were to accept that, are you telling me these humans could coexist peacefully?
Definitely not.
Without theft or violence?
Hell no. There's just no way. There's just no way. Hang on. Let me think this through. In exceptional circumstances to correct their societies. I don't like either of these answers. I don't just like a straight yes, and that's a terrible, like, reason to say no. Yes.
You are either deluded or a liar. You will make a fine statue.
What?
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon?
I selected gold, right? Let's find out, shall we?
Pathetic.
Whoa.
The many shall suffer for the sins.
She told me to. She told me to do it. Oh shit, where's the crown? That's a hand. That's a foot. Did I get it? I did. Rewind time and show Pluto you have Proserpina's crown. Oh! Oh! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna die! Fuck! I didn't know there were gonna be statues. Damn it. I don't think there was any getting out of that conversation. Maybe there was. Okay, but you know what? Unfortunately, I gotta end the episode here. I can't spend all the time trying again. So, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. That's pretty exciting. That was like crazy huge reveal there. He's just an alien with super advanced technology. I think there are a few plot holes, but I won't harp on them. But what about saving Scintilla? Maybe I should go back and do that, because this kind of seems like the end of the game. Well, no, because it said grab the crown and then go back in time, so we could do that. We could do that. Alright. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.